So we talk about the power in apology. And what power is to be able to directly influence a behavior. And if power is directly influencing a behavior, then that means that whatever it is that I'm trying to do, I have control over. Whatever it is I'm trying to do, I have control over. AOE. Power in apology. When we talk about power, we're talking about something that we have that can directly influence a behavior. And when we talk about having power in apology, that means that we have control over a situation. Every time we have power in something, then we're able to have control in that thing. And that's really the goal that we're looking for, that we're looking towards. Okay, so when we're able to apologize when we do something wrong, it shows that you feel remorse over an action that you have caused. A lot of times we're so used to not having apologies said to us that we feel that it's okay that we don't say it to others. But the problem with that is that when we deal with that, we don't recognize how much it hurts us as it will hurt the person that we're not saying we're sorry to. So apologize is so important because we can even think back in our life on past traumas and experiences that we have dealt with someone has not apologized and it has hindered us for years. I'm going to say that again. Where somebody, hey Drama, hey love, hey Fat Fat, thank you for coming back, love. I'm going to say that again. There is some traumas and bad experiences we had in our life that we can even recognize. Come on, Troublesome, that the person has never apologized to us for the harm that they've done to us, and it has hindered us for years. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It has hindered us for years. We came in a place that we always think about it. We always have an issue because they just never said they're sorry. They never said they're sorry for using us. They never said they're sorry for abusing us. They never said they're sorry for disrespecting us. They never said they're sorry because they lied. They never said they're sorry because they betrayed us. There's things that has happened in our life that people have done to us, and that apology means so much. It's so powerful to us. That is the same thing that happens when we have to apologize to people. And that's what we have to remember. If I want to receive an apology, if somebody does something wrong to me, then we have to be able to initiate apology also when we do things wrong. Are we in a place that we're able to have some type of remorse for someone because we did something wrong? Oh, it's not everybody makes mistakes, but are you truly sorry for what you did to that person? Because a lot of times when we say everybody makes mistakes, nobody's perfect, it's not that serious. Well, is that how you feel about you? So if I hurt you, would you just say, oh, it's okay, everybody makes mistakes, you don't have to apologize? Apologize comes with some real deep down remorse to saying, I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry that you feel this way. I love you so much that I never want you to feel like that. Miss EJ, welcome forward, my love. Welcome forward, queen. Thank you, Troublesome. Thank you for all my taps. You guys tap the screen and share it a lot. I love you that much. Love 32. Hi, good morning, my beautiful Miss E. Good morning, love. It's something. Because apology, for me to be able to apologize for you, hey love, for me to be able to apologize for you, that means I really love you. I'm deeply concerned that I hurt you. I tell you that I love you, but the way I acted wasn't like I did. So I'm really sorry that you feel that way because I love you so much. I'm telling you, that's real love. That's unconditional love. Like, I never wanted to make you feel the way you did. I understand I'm not perfect. I know I'm not going to always have it all together. And that's why I want to apologize to you, because it was not my intention. When we're able to apologize, we acknowledge the hurt of the action that has caused to someone. We acknowledge the hurt of the action that has caused someone. We acknowledge that hurt of what we did, the action that we did. There's hurt that happened, and it caused that was caused to someone. Thank you, love. Thank you. I appreciate every gift. I have a 5-star goal. Thank you, love. Thank you, love, for helping me to get to that goal, love. When we come to a place to be able to acknowledge the hurt that action has caused someone, then we truly, truly care enough to love them unconditionally and love them enough to be concerned about how they feel. And I'm going to go there. Sometimes we don't love people enough to be concerned about how they feel. We love them enough, but not enough to the point that we care about if we hurt them or not. Come on. Lisa, remember I told you I apologize to someone and they laughed, right? Yeah, yes, I do, yeah. Thank you for sharing the live, Miss E. You guys tap the screen and share the live. Thank you, love. We're going to keep talking about this. So, I also heard from what I said that I would say that to someone I love. Yeah, no, that's how we are. Yeah, but it's good to recognize. But their laugh told me their lack of love for me. Right, exactly. But their laugh told you their lack of love for me. Yes, no, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. When someone's not able to recognize the hurt they caused, there's a lack of love there. But the fact is, I still did it. Right, Nola? And that's the part. That's the part that counts. That's the part that matters. I love you, Lace Angel. Right, Nola? Yes, that's growth. That's growth. So when apology acknowledges the hurt the action has caused someone. So when we're able to, hey King, welcome forward, love, because my love for me. Right, because we love ourselves more so we can love people better. Straight than that hurt someone calls me. Right, Nola. That's what I'm talking about. We're able to deal with it. How my kings came through at the same time. Welcome, Roddy King. Thank you, love. And welcome forward, my Morpheus. Thank you, King. Come through. So when we talk about power and apology, we're talking about us dealing with apologizing to people, not people apologizing to us. And we have to recognize how important it is for this journey and this life that we have. It's not about us. It's not about people, what they did to us. It's about us being accountable for our actions. We have to be accountable for our actions if we demand respect. We got to be accountable for our actions if we want unconditional love. We want the same thing that we're giving out. Come on, Troublesome. Take accountability for it. Look, we said at the same time. Come on, Troublesome. I didn't even read your thing. Take accountability for the hurt you cause just as you hold them to the same standard as others. Come on, Troublesome. We said the same thing before I even read it. We have to be accountable. We got to be responsible. Thank you, love. Thank you. I'm getting closer to my goal. Yes. Thank you. So when we apologize, it acknowledges the hurt the action has caused to someone. A lot of times people say they love us, but they don't love us enough to acknowledge the hurt when they cause hurt. And that's the same thing for us. We don't love them enough to be accountable for our own actions. Come on, because we don't love ourselves enough. I don't love myself enough to hold myself accountable, so it's okay for me to not apologize. I know I'm going there, and I know it's going to be hard for some, but this is the truth. I don't love myself enough to hold me accountable to be respectable of myself enough to apologize to you. That's why it's not a big deal to me, because it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to me to apologize to you, because it's not a big deal to me about how I'm accountable for me. And that's what a lot of times everything always ties down into the self-love that we have for us. I know my value. I know my worth. I have to have some dignity about myself. I have to keep my word. I said I love someone, and I do. And I'm not just going to say it by actions, and it's not just going to be empty words, that I'm going to actually do what I mean to do. I'm going to say what I mean, and I'm going to do what I say. And that's what because I love me. I got some accountability about myself. I got some dignity about myself. I got some integrity about myself that I'm going to be able to actually, whatever I say, I'm going to do. And that's what happens. We don't even have enough love for ourselves to hold ourselves accountable. That's why we have no power in apology. When we get into Mr. Toxic in Love, when we get into the power of apology, that means you have direct influence of change. You have direct influence to change your behavior. I have power in apology because I know who I am. I have power in apology. Thank you, King. Thank you for the gifts. I have power in apology because I know my walk. I know my standard. I know the love that I have for myself. I gotta apologize to you because I love myself that much to love you better. I don't want to hurt you because when I see you, I see me. Come on, king and queens. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to not apologize to you because when I see you, I see me. I'm acknowledging that I hurt you. And a lot of times we love using the love word so loosely that we can love you and love you and love you, but not love you enough to tell you I'm sorry that I hurt you. That when the hurt comes, it's not a big deal. But it is, though. Dope, hey love, Elijah. Apologies. When they're not said, when it doesn't happen, there's no concern about the other person, you know? And how can we fix ourselves? Come on, troublesome. How can we fix ourselves to tell somebody that we love them and we don't even have it in us to be able to apologize to them when we do something wrong? If you love me, you care about hurting me. If you say that you love me, you care about hurting me. You care about how you treat me. You care about what you do to me. So how can you not apologize to me if you said that you love me? So I'm asking you, king and queens, to choose your words wisely. And the reason why I'm saying for you to choose your words wisely is because you gotta cheetah. Welcome forward, love. 520, hey love. You gotta choose your words wisely, because if you tell me that you love me, then you better act like you do. Do you hear me, king and queens? We're gonna have some accountability in our words and some integrity behind our words, that when we tell somebody we love them, we have the power inside of us to apologize, because that is powered by love. The same love that we're using and speaking about to tell them that we do for them. That's where my power comes from. Where do you get the strength to apologize, Candy? Because I get the strength from the unconditional love that dwells on me in the inside. So if I tell a king and I tell a queen I love you, I'm going to show you, because if I do something wrong, I'm going to let you know. I don't have pride enough on the inside to not tell you that I haven't got it all together. No, you're going to see me as I am. I'm going to be as transparent as can be, because I can't love you unconditionally if I can't be my authentic self. So I love like that. When I say that I love, I truly love you. If I love you, and I gotta be my authentic self in order to love you unconditionally, because there's gonna be some things about me. I don't have it all together. I'm not gonna do everything right. But when I tell you I love you unconditionally, if I hurt you, I don't do it on purpose. And that's why it's so easy for me to apologize. Come on now, let's go there. A lot of times the reason why it's so hard for us to apologize is because we didn't, it wasn't by accident. Let's put it that way. What we did to hurt them wasn't by accident. It wasn't something that I didn't intend to do. Most of the time we intended to say something nasty. Most of the time we intended to be disrespectful. Most of the time we intended to do the very thing that we got to apologize about. When we come to a place to not do things that we are intentionally trying to do, it's easy for us to apologize. Come on, Nola. So there's power in apology, and a lot of times we don't want to apologize because we did it on purpose. We actually know what we did and we chose to do it. So we don't want to feel like we're wrong. We have too much pride on the inside to say, I'm sorry, yeah, I know I did it, but they'll get over it. We don't want to apologize because it puts us in a place to be on the wrong side. And we rather care about our pride more than we care about hurting the person. When the apology doesn't happen to the people that we love, there's no concern about them. It begins to threaten their own self-image. If we can't apologize to them and we feel like that it doesn't mean anything, they're going to begin to feel, maybe I deserve it. Maybe I should be hurt. Maybe this should happen to me. Maybe this, and we begin to threaten their own self-image. If you tell someone you love them, you would never want them to come to a point to want to devalue themselves because of what you have done to them and make them feel a certain way because you just don't want to apologize to admit that you're wrong. Because you don't want to admit that you're wrong. But I'm going to admit that I'm wrong because I love you like that. I'm going to apologize because what I did to you, I didn't mean to do it. And I'm telling you, that's a lot of the reason why we don't apologize, is because what we did, we meant it. I know that's hard, but it's real. What we did, we meant it. When I said that you were when I called you out your name, I believe that's what you are. When I hurt you, I believe that you deserved it. When I did this to you, I believe that, I believe this so much so that's I don't gotta apologize for it because I feel you deserve it. And I know that's deep. And I know that's hard. Grand rising to you, Lauren. I love you. Wonder Woman, welcome forward. I know that's hard and I know that's deep, but it's real. It's real. If I sit there and say, Chucky, hey love, welcome forward. If I sit there and say that to you, perfect. If I sit there and say that and I can't apologize, then somewhere deep down inside of me is saying that it was okay. It's saying that it was okay because I'm not feeling sorry for what I did. Yeah, you know what? You stole my money, and that's why I called you out your name, and you should have never stole the money from me. I felt it, and I feel like you deserve it. That's why I'm not saying sorry about it. But when we come to a place to hurt people, even if we feel like they deserve it, it's a direct reflection on us. I can remember that your speeches are life. Oh, thank you, Carlito. I appreciate that. All praises to the Most High. When we come to a place to talk to somebody and tell them that, hurt them, do something to them, even if we feel like they deserve it, it speaks volumes about you. It speaks volumes about self. I would never want to threaten someone's self-image because I know how I felt when my self-image was threatened. I know how it felt when I was doing something wrong and I deserved it and people hurt me. I know how it felt to feel low and no one ever apologized for the things that they've done to me, even as a child, even out of my control, even being abused as a child. I know how it feels that the person that's supposed to love you is supposed to apologize for what they did to you, but they never do. I know how it hurts. I know how it hinders. I know that I don't got it all together and people have hurt me before and never apologized. I understand me. When you come to a place of power and apology, you understand you. You understand your experiences. You understand what you've been through. That's why you're able to apologize, because the person that did what they did to me, that dirt to me, should be able to come to me and apologize for what they've done. So if I demand the same type of respect for my life, why am I not giving that same respect to the people that I love? That part. It doesn't matter what they did right. It doesn't matter what they did wrong. They don't deserve it. The same as you don't deserve it. And that's why people that understand self-love, is so easy for them to apologize, because they understand they don't got it all together, but the apology still means something. Not apologizing can damage people to the point, like I said, that it threatens their own self-image. It could put them in a place that they start falling into a place of losing their dignity, a place of avoiding blaming themselves because they never apologize. Well, you have them thinking to themselves, maybe I did do something wrong when you was in the wrong. Do you love them enough to not damage their dignity? Do you love them enough to take them from avoid them from blaming themselves for action that you did, the action that you caused? You know why, King and Queens, I say this, and I'm talking about self and I'm talking about my own experience. I have to, because of who I am. I have to because of what I've been through. I gotta apologize because there's people that have not apologized in my life, and it hindered me for years until I was able to come to a point to forgive them without hearing the apology. And that's some deep, strong self-love. If you come to a point to forgive somebody without hearing an apology, that's some deep self-love. To be able to forgive someone that has never apologized to you. To be able to forgive someone that believes what they did was right. To be able to forgive someone and still feel like there's nothing that they did was wrong. Come on, Lauren. It took me some years. I'm not going to act like it was easy. I'm not going to act like I have it all together. I'm not going to act like it was nothing, and it just was. It took me years to get there. It took me years to get to a place that the person that was supposed to love me, the person that birthed me, all this stuff like that, would somewhere along the lines recognize what they did, recognize the abuse they did, and still have not yet till this day to be able to apologize to me for all that they have caused. But I have came to a place to be able to forgive them, and so much so in understanding that they're lacking something and it's not me. That's where we have to come to a place too, King and Queens, to understand if something happens to me and someone is not able to apologize, they are lacking something, not me. And that's the issue, that anytime that someone doesn't apologize to us, we feel it has to do with us. But in essence, it really has to do with who they believe they are. Because if I'm not able to apologize, then I do not have the self-love on the inside to apologize and be accountable for my actions. Self-love will make you be accountable for your actions. So when you apologize, it takes some courage. When you apologize, it shows the courage that you have and the strength you have to be vulnerable. It says, I messed up and I got some weaknesses about me and I don't got it all together, but I'm sorry because I love you. It's exposing some things. Radically accept I may not get the apology and free myself of the toxicity. Yes, Lauren, come on now, Queen. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for my task, Kimberly. Love you. Starboy. Hey, love. I love you, Starboy. Welcome, love. It takes courage, and when we put ourselves in a vulnerable place, when we apologize for things, when we put ourselves in that vulnerable place, what happens? What happens? What happens is that we speak of the strength that we have on the inside, the self-love we have on the inside. For me to be vulnerable to you, it speaks of who you are on the inside, because it says it says I have self-love, that I can be accountable. When we apologize to people, it allows them to process their feelings and restore their dignity. It allows them to avoid blaming themselves when you're the one who has the problem. You know, all of us went through this, King and Queens. We got in a place, welcome forward, King, Yacht Master. When we got into a place where we wasn't able to apologize. We something happened in our relationship and we wasn't able to apologize, and it was awkward now. And we didn't know what happened, or someone did something to us and we didn't know what happened, right? And we didn't know what happened, so we start overthinking and we start doubting ourselves, and they start doubting themselves, and we start losing our dignity, and we don't understand what happened, and all these things are going on because someone is failing to apologize. Don't let that happen. When we don't have power in apology, we destroy relationships. Take courage. It's going to put you in a vulnerable position, but it's going to fix the problem. Being vulnerable is not a weakness. Being vulnerable shows strength. It takes courage to be vulnerable. When we're vulnerable, it shows strength. Because it says, I have enough. Welcome forward, King. Welcome forward, Higgs. I have enough self-love on the inside. Yes. Kyra's watching. It says I have enough self-love on the inside. Self-love on the inside. That I'm okay with showing my weakness. I have so much strength of love for myself on the inside. I'm okay with being vulnerable. When I apologize, we step into a place of being vulnerable, and a lot of times we don't want to step into that place because we don't have enough strength to stand in it. We don't have enough strength. Welcome forward, play, hit love. We don't have enough strength. We don't have enough strength on the inside to stand in that position to apologize, because we don't have enough strength to be vulnerable. If we're vulnerable, it will break us. When we show and expose our weaknesses, we will fall. That's how we feel. But when we really, truly, hey Cash, when we really, truly have self-love on the inside, it strengthens us to be hurt a little bit. It strengthens us to step out and be vulnerable. A strong person will go out and love again when they've been hurt so bad by love. That's strong. Come on, you're right, Stormy. Come on. When somebody says, I'm never going to love again, I'll be single for the rest of my life, it shows your weakness. It shows that you don't have what it takes to test some things to get to what you deserve. It says that you don't feel like you're good enough to have that extraordinary relationship. No, it doesn't. Dr. T, hey, love. No, it doesn't, Candy. What do you mean? What are you saying? No, I'm protecting myself because the last relationship I was in was so toxic that I just couldn't, I can't get into another toxic relationship. You're hiding. You're hiding the pain. It hurts so bad because you love so hard. That's why you left that relationship, and that's why you don't want to be in another one, because you understand, I don't want to feel that pain again. But the pain came from not just the person hurting you and not loving you, is you not having the self-love for yourself. When you love yourself enough, you can do whatever you want to me, but I still feel I'm worthy. When you love yourself enough, you can do whatever you want to me, but I still have value. You could do whatever you want. I tell you, you could take $100 bill, roll it up, stomp it on the ground, fold it 50,000 times. It does not lose value. You could do whatever you want to me, but my value doesn't change. And the only way we can do that is if we have the self-love to know who we are, know our worth, know our value, and have that relationship with the Most High. And if we don't have that, then it's always going to be hard for us when people hurt us and talk about us and mistreat us and use us and abuse us. Whatever it is, it's always going to be hard. But when we come to a place to love ourselves enough that we are willing to be vulnerable, to step out and take some risk in love, and maybe we might be hurt, maybe we will, maybe we won't, it's saying that I'm willing to test the quality of love because I deserve the very best. That's what it says. I'm going to test some things so I get to the quality that I deserve. And it may hurt with me testing some things, but I'm okay with it, because when I find what I deserve, I ain't letting go. Come on, King and Queens. When I find what I deserve, I'm not letting go, because I'm supposed to have it. It has been called for me. Come on, Stormy. What is mine's and mine's, and no one can change it. It has my name on it. It has been called before I was created in my mother's womb that I'm supposed to have this thing. Yeah, I'm going to test some things, and yeah, my relationships may be jacked up, and I'll go in and out, and I won't, but I will not come to a place to say that I'm going to be single. I will not come to a place that hasn't been promised to me. I've been promised the very best, and I'm guaranteeing you, love, that I'm going to get there. Enough of this life that I continue to receive and accept everything that I do not deserve. I'm done and over with that. I'm going to move forward now. I'm done and over with it. I'm not taking less than I deserve. I'm not always taking the short end of the stick. I'm not making life not be fair. I'm going to walk into all that has been called for me. Why? Because I deserve it. That's why. My beautiful Black Amazon, hey love. YK, thank you for my taps. Beauty, because I deserve it. let's jump back to apology. People that believe in learning and growing are more likely to apologize. When I have self-love for who I am, I'm always looking to learn and grow because I know I gotta grow in this thing called life in order to get to everything that was called for me. So it's easier for me to apologize. It's easy for me to step out and to learn and grow. It's easier for me, so I can apologize because I want to see what I'm doing wrong so I could correct it. A lot of times people don't want to see what they do wrong because they don't want to change who they are, not recognizing that we're supposed to ever be evolving. Remember 10 years ago when you said, this is who I am, you take it or leave it. Now we look back 10 years ago and we say, damn, Candy, you was crazy 10 years ago. You're so much better now. Imagine we would have stayed where we were 10 years ago, and the person that we are, and how we dealt with people, and how we talked to people, and how we disrespected people, and all that stuff. It would be crazy. Thank you, Nola. It would be crazy. We have to come to a place to change. Thank you, G. Thank you, love. We have to come to a place to change because I'm better than that. I'm not just taking anything. I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to come to a place to change. That's why I got to deal with growth. That's why I got to deal with learning. I'm ever evolving and I want the very best. I don't want the best for now. I don't want the best from yesterday. I want the very best I would ever have in my life. And the only way I could do that is if I keep growing. The only way I could do that if I keep loving. The only way I could do that if I love myself unconditionally, which helped me love me at the end of the day so I can love you better. You literally have me sweating because I have to say quiet, but I need to scream. In agreement, Nola, I already feel you. I already feel you. Just keep working. We need you to work. We need you to work. Don't get into trouble, me or Vigo. Just listen. Just listen. Starboy, I love you. Thank you for your tabs. Shame and embarrassment holds us back, and I think that's what I'm gonna close out here with my loves. Shame and embarrassment holds us back. I can't be embarrassed if I'm dealing with something that's going to help me be better. If I mess up, I can't be embarrassed because it's helping me to be better. I'm still winning because I'm learning. I'm still winning because I'm growing. Come on, YK. I can't be there. I can't let shame and embarrassment continue to hold me back. It held me back years ago that I didn't want to step out just in case something happened. I didn't want to speak up when something was going down. It held me back for so long, it's not going to happen anymore. Michelle, hey love. It's not going to hold me back no more. I'm better than that. I will not let shame and embarrassment hold me back no longer. Because I deserve more. If you're holding me back, then I can't move forward. If you're holding me back, then I can't go and increase. If you're holding me back, then I can't reach what I have been created to go. Shame and embarrassment stops the fuel. It stops the movement. It stops everything that you're trying to progress to. The world is already doing that. Why are you doing it to yourself? You guys know I say it all the time. The world lives every day to knock down the crown that you have sitting upon your head. Why are you tipping your head to make it easier? The world, every single day we wake up, is designed to knock your crown down, king, to knock your crown down, queen. Every single day. It will never stop and it never fails. Why are you helping them by hanging your head loaded for them to reach it? Why are you helping them for your downfall? Why are you helping them to fuel failure? I'm not going to let shame be the power of my life anymore. I'm not going to let embarrassment be the power of my life anymore. It's not going to happen. I'm done with that. I've been doing that for years. I know who I am now. I know what I stand for. I know my value and I know my worth, and you will not allow me to do it anymore. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I am perfectly imperfect. I know I'm growing every day, so don't hold me to my mistakes. And even if you do, it doesn't matter because I know who I am. I'm not going to allow my experiences be attached to my identity because my mistakes ain't who I am. I'm not going to allow what you call me and what I've been through, my traumas, be a reflection of who I am because it's not who I am. I've learned some things in this thing called life, and I understand that I'm worth more than that. I'm more valuable than that. I love myself harder than that. I've learned some things in this thing called life, and I'm not taking less than I deserve anymore. So yes, I will deal with it, and I don't care about shame, and I do not care about embarrassment because I'm not embarrassed to have things happen that's wrong because I'm growing in it, and I'm winning every time I do something wrong and I learn from it. That's why it's so easy for me to apologize, because I learn from what I'm doing and I'm growing in what I'm doing. You know what? I apologize to you and it will not happen again. I love you just like that. It won't happen again because I gotta be my better self to get to where I'm supposed to be. It's not about you. Welcome for my love, O'Shea. It's not about you. It's not about the people we don't want to apologize to. It's about the people. It's about us. When we wake up and recognize that, yes, only 4K to my goal. Thank you, Nola. Yes, and thank you, Nola, for all your gifts. I love you. We don't recognize that it has to do with us. It's not them. When we're not able to apologize to someone, we got a mirror looking smack dead in our face. There's a reason why you don't want to apologize. Because it has to deal with you. It has to deal with who you are. I care about my growth, so I'm gonna apologize because it has to deal with self. If you're not willing to apologize because of shame and embarrassment or pride or whatever it may be, then it's showing the direct problem is you and not them. I'm going to be accountable because people I know that I'm connected to know I make mistakes. And I don't do it on purpose. The reason why it's hard for us to apologize is because we do it on purpose. So we don't want to apologize. But when I do something wrong, I don't do it intentionally. So it's easier for me to apologize. And that's a hard part too. No, you really thought about it and you decided to be nasty. You really thought about it and you really did lie. You really thought about it and you wanted to hurt them. You don't want to apologize because you don't want to be accountable for those nasty actions that you had. And I'm saying this by experience. Don't ever come to me because I was always right. I ain't never apologized to nobody. Everything I did was right. All that I said was right. And say something different because I will never apologize. I'm saying this because that's who I was. Oh, thank you, YK. I'm saying that because that's who I was. I'm not that person anymore. And you know what? I'm greater than who I was now. Because I have the power to apologize. That power is my self-love on the inside. That's where we get powered to apologize to people. I didn't always have it all together. You make mistakes. I'm sorry. I love you like that. I apologize. I do not want to hurt you like I did. I will not do it again. I will try my very best from the deep down in my heart and all my being to not do it again. That apology. Change is what it is. Focus and change is what it is.